right across the box. It's a big chance.
Great play by the Navy there. Fantastic football.
And it's a goal! The Army have an all-important second goal.
Full time in this match. Thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
One game plan, and it's paid off.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Fratton Park, the home of course of Portsmouth football and the venue for tonight, the very final match of this year's Inter-Services Football 2026. And here we see the Royal Navy up against the British Army, with both teams having recorded wins over the Royal Air Force. Here's what's happened so far.
Campbell into the penalty area, great ball, and it's a lovely RAF goal. Good ball into the penalty area and the header. And he's off the line, is it? It's going to be a goal. Holmes. Elliot Holmes at Shrewsbury for the Royal Navy against this RAF team. It's the same old story.
Looking for the shot. Oh, and he scored a cracking goal. Scores! Can he curl one round?
Well.
He can! Oh my goodness me! Well, what a goal!
So the Army may be defending champions, but the Royal Navy are at home, and of course they won the title here sensationally a couple of years ago. Earlier I spoke to both head coaches about what their hopes for this evening. Well, Chris, you go into this as joint favourites, I suppose. You've both beaten the Royal Air Force, but technically home advantage, will that play into this game, do you think at all?
We've certainly done well when we've been at Fratton Park in the past, so yeah, we come into it really confident. Understand the challenge, of course. You know, the Army had a great result against the RAF, so yeah, but should be a good crowd hopefully, and that'll push the lads on.
Of course the Army are reigning champions, but it was here at Fratton Park that you won it a couple of years ago, so good memories and an amazing pitch. Are the boys really fired up after a week off last week? Yeah,
it's been a great camp. They've done a great job. Their attitude's been fantastic throughout, you know, and we had that little break in between the RAF game and coming back. Played the fire service in preparation. That was a really good performance. So yeah, they come in full of confidence and looking forward to the challenge. Yeah.
I know that due to work, and it always happens with service football, you've got a couple of players, key players who are missing, but you've got strength and depth, and you're convinced that you've got the right team here tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're missing, like you say, a couple of players that appeared in the RAF game, but yeah, that's the nature of service football. So you adapt, and the guys coming in again full of confidence. They also, did really great for us. So yeah, happy that we're in a good place.
Well, Chris, good luck, and good luck to the boys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alan, really good position to be in. Both of you have beaten the Royal Air Force. The Navy have had a bit of a break, but do you think that you've been able to keep the momentum going from last week?
Well, I hope so. We've had to look after a few tired legs, but the momentum's been good. The competition in camp's really good, so we're looking forward to this evening.
A fantastic venue. Fingers crossed it's going to stay dry, because but it is windy out there. But any sort of players that have fallen by the wayside, or are you a full team, full squad?
We're missing one from last week, but we've brought two in, so we're in a good place actually. As I said before, we're competing all over the parks, which makes it really, it's difficult for me picking an 11 to start with, but it's a really nice position to be in, and yeah, we're looking forward to this evening's game.
You are reigning champions. It's often harder to win back-to-back than it is to win in the first place. And, of course, Royal Navy won it here a couple of years ago as well. So it is really, really, really 50-50. But you feeling strong?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really competitive game. There's going to be battles all over the park. The wind might change a few things later on, but hopefully we can keep the ball down, play some football, and it will be competitive in every part of the pitch, I think. And I think it'll come down to who takes the chances, I think.
I believe you've got a good crowd in. Are you worried that they won't be partisan?
Well, I wouldn't have expected that. I know the Navy FA do a really good social media type stuff, and they get a good crowd in here. I think we're expecting over 2,000, aren't we? Hopefully they'll be friendly, but we'll see.
Great. Well, all the best, and good luck to the boys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, the teams are almost ready to come out here at Fratton Park, and we are only a few minutes away from kickoff. So time to join our commentary team for tonight, BFBS's very own Motty, John Knighton, and he's joined by Stu Morgan.
Well, thanks very much indeed, Kath, and a very warm welcome to Fratton Park on a bitterly cold March evening here. But if you were with us last night at Wesley Park over at Haventon Waterlooville, at least we don't have the rain at the moment, which is a mercy for us here in our camera position here, perched high on top of the main stand here at Fratton Park. For those of you that know, the Pompey chimes will not be ringing here this evening, but as you can see, a crowd is building up. They've sold around 2,000 tickets for this game tonight, so there'll be a good atmosphere on that far side of the pitch from where our camera position is. 2 trophies will be lifted this evening. We've got obviously the Mercury Cup, which is the trophy that's presented for the match between the Navy and the Army, and then the Constantinople Cup itself. You can see those 2 trophies proudly displayed over in the far side. And of course, with the Navy winning 3-1 at Shrewsbury against the RAF 3 weeks ago, Bryant Polinas, last gasp winner for the Army for a win at Aldershot 7 days ago. Everything to play for tonight. Inter-services bragging rights very much are the order of play. So let's just bring in a man who knows all about these 2 matches, of course, and the action with the Army and the Navy. It's Captain Stu Morgan from the Royal Marines. Stu, great to have you alongside tonight, and I know that you're looking forward to this game as well.
Absolutely, John. It's set up to be an absolute cracker tonight, so glad you invited me here, and great to be part of this occasion.
And of course, just looking down the players, you can just see that they are now lining up to be presented to the VIPs who are just being marched out by the cadets. It's such a wonderful naval occasion here, isn't it? It's the home of the Royal Navy, of course, here in Portsmouth, and it's all been very well stage managed tonight. But we do have a chance perhaps to take a look at the 2 teams. We'll start with the British Army this evening, Stu, and they'll be buoyed, of course, by the fact that they won just 2 weeks just a week ago.
Yeah, absolutely, John. The last minute goal really opens up the game today, and they're going to want to win it. They're going to want to retain it, and the Navy got to try and stop them and get it back again.
Yeah, and it's as I say, so much to play for this evening. That Army team, very much a settled side actually. There's only one change really in that side, and that's at number 7. Franklin Fitzmaurice comes in at number 7, but apart from that, it's an unchanged lineup that has been selected this evening by the Army head coach Alan Brown, as he said there. As far as the Royal Navy is concerned, well, obviously they're missing a key player this evening who is deployed, and we know that Elliot can do some grand stuff, can't he, for the Navy?
Absolutely. Elliot's an absolutely terrific player. He's probably watching tonight on ship, hopefully, but the squad depth of the Navy is really good, so hopefully Chris has got someone fired, ready to go to fill his boots.
Yeah, absolutely, and normally I think he wears the number 11 shirt, so it's Dylan Holgate who has taken his place in the starting 11 tonight. But apart from that, a very settled team, lots of experience in this Navy team as well. You have to look at the goalkeeper, Los McCormick, obviously Mark Drysdale and Danny Kerr. Well, you need look no further than those players.
Absolutely, they're stalwarts of Navy football of late, and especially for Danny and Mark and Los, they're getting on in their age, so this might be the last hurrah.
They won't thank you for saying that, of course,
we're all
Stu,
friends.
but you did actually take part in a victory celebration of your own this afternoon, did you not?
Absolutely, we took over the Army, beat them 3-0 to win the trophy. An absolute thunder blast for me, 2 minutes in to get the game going to the top corner. But it's not about me, John, it's about the boys, and well done to the Royal Navy Masters to win the trophy for the first time.
Absolutely. The VIPs just being presented over there to the players, and our match officials this evening all come from the Royal Air Force. Jack de Schoolmeester, who's the referee this evening, assistant referees James Royf and Rich Gray's fourth official Lauren Impey. Time now for the national anthem. So, national anthem then is proudly sung by the players there, and I mean there's so much hanging on this game. We've already said, haven't we, Stu? And you know, I think that where do you see this game being won? Because if you look at 3 weeks ago, the Navy actually were quite slow starters. The RAF did take the lead against them, but obviously they came right back into it and scored 3 cracking second half goals to win the game.
Yeah, I think they were in control the first half against the RAF, and they just needed a bit more quality going forward. And Chris clearly had a good word with them. They changed a couple of bits tactically, and they came out with a great victory.
And of course, the Army they went behind as well against the RAF. But there's that man, number 10 for them, Sean Woolley, and any sort of free kick on the edge of the box, he is a big, big danger.
Absolutely, and the Navy lads will know that. There's a few boys who play with them at UCAF. They'll know his quality. They'll know to be really tidy in and around the box. And but hey, if you can shine, you can shine. And hopefully tonight's not the night for him.
Well, obviously we've had a good variety of co-commentators throughout this Inter-Services series batting for their teams. And Stu, you'll be absolutely. There'll be no change there. Obviously, I know that you'll be batting for the Navy tonight for the senior service, but respectful for obviously what the team in red can do, and we've got a lot of viewers obviously who'll be joining us, following all the action from wherever you are around the world tonight. And if you are deployed and watching from wherever you happen to be this evening, we are particularly glad and grateful to have you with us tonight, because well, I know quite a few would probably rather be here, and some would even rather be playing than where they are this evening, but they all have their jobs to do. You have your jobs to do, and we're very proud of you. These players, I know, received a message, didn't they, earlier on from Elliot?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Elliot's he's a top boy, and it's a brotherhood, a family that the Navy have got together this year. So he's going to be part of it. If they win tonight, he gets a medal. He's doing a job for the service now, so it's time for football.
And it's time for the British Army to kick off. Going then from right to left as we look here in this magnificent stadium, Fratton Park, gracing championship football at the moment. Who knows what will happen towards the beginning of May. And it's the Army who get us underway. And that is Kirshen Johnny, who impressed quite a lot at Aldershot last week with his running and his ability to shield the ball. And straight away, though, it's a challenge that the ball goes out of play.
It's a real danger. Ollie Ward, he's an absolute speed demon for the Navy, so they're going to be careful at the back for the Army.
He is a player that can produce the goods, wearing the number 9 shirt for the Navy. They'll be looking for a really good early start, both of these teams. Straight in there for the Navy is Vincent. Dave Vincent plays it wide. Wind blowing fiercely around Fratton Park. These stadiums, of course, are... Vincent again did well, but eventually the ball rolls out of play for the first goal kick of the match.
Yeah, as always, every hit in the services, no matter what you train like, it's always frantic first 5 minutes. The ball's up in the air, there's feet flying everywhere. There's an experienced head in Luke Kearney, the Army number 1.
He'll be grateful for that first early touch of the ball to clear his lines. And that ball goes swirling right down the pitch. Yeah, this wind is sort of coming and going now. Last night it was absolutely non-stop.
Glad it was you, not me, John.
Yeah, we actually got wetter inside the TV gantry than I think we would have been if we'd been outside. But that was last night. That was then. This is now. This is good early touch then for the Army with Jake Barber. Approaches the box. He's still going. It's well shielded though by the Navy there, by Dave Vincent. But the danger not over yet.
Yeah, into the wind,
and that
fine.
early shot coming in then from Franklin Fitzmaurice wearing
a breakaway here. The 10's in.
Just out of play it goes. Gaz Hurd there for the the Navy.
There's a good counter-attack. They moved the ball quickly there, the Navy, and the Army are a little bit slow to recover. So that's something that Chris will look at. It's very combative at the moment.
It is, as you would expect, this is an Army-Navy clash. Here's the Navy, though, with Jake Walker. Ball goes out of play. Throw in to the Navy. It should be taken by Dylan Holgate. I think he's one of yours, isn't he? One of your 23s.
We had him a couple of years ago. He's a great talent, was deployed as well until recently. So it's good to see him back in the fold. It's a first corner.
Yeah, first corner of the game goes to the senior service. So we can chalk that up on our crib sheet here, Stu.
And the stats. We'll get the stats up. It's 2 hands in the air. What does that mean? Ooh, well defended. Alfie Rogers.
Rogers. Very strong at the back, the Army. In fact, if you look at these, both of these teams, they've got a lot of experience, UCAF experience, of course, from the Kentish Cup and those games against the Bundeswehr and the Irish Defence Forces as well. Yeah. Referee wants that throw-in taken from the correct place.
It's a good start from the Navy. Front foot football. It's good to watch.
I think both teams will be pleased with the start they've made. The Army have made inroads into the Navy's defence. They've been checking each other out. Here's Mark Drysdale. Talking of UCAF, that's a fabulous ball out onto that left-hand side.
It's a deep cross.
First time cross, but that'll be easily dealt with by Luke Kearney.
It's bread and butter for that type of keeper.
But again, it's good to put the opposing goalkeepers under pressure early doors. Here's Sean Woolley. Goes back to Brian Fagan. Yeah, and Johnny wins the throw. He will put himself about all night. He'll run his heart out for the Army.
Went quick.
But they just took it a little bit too quickly there. There's no need at this stage in the game for rushing around.
Absolutely. I think he's a handful, that number 9 for the Army, Johnny, the other week. So you've got to be careful, the Navy here today.
And they'll have to look out for the bench as well, because Bryant Polius, who came on and scored that goal in the 7th minute of stoppage time to win the game for the Army, that set us up for this showdown, winner-takes-all contest tonight.
Yeah, they're the type of moment you wake up for. Last-minute stoppage time winners, big celebration. Hopefully see some more drama like that tonight.
Well, one question I didn't ask, actually, if this game finished level, it would be the Navy who would win the title on goal difference.
On the goals, absolutely.
Because they've scored 3 goals. They're pushing forward now with Holgate. Comes inside. That'll be dealt with by the Army defence. Well cleared by touch. Clay Bryant.
Oh, it's really well played.
Johnny again. Great work from him. He's very deft of foot. Gets that ball forward. Drysdale will clear the damage up. Finds his goalkeeper, Loz McCormick. Again, great experience in this back line for the Navy.
Yeah, I think you've got everybody bar 2 players who haven't played an inter-service game prior to this season. So that's a lot of experience that you can carry forward. And
Danny Kerr, he knows now how to find the back of the net, doesn't he, if he needs to. He's scored some pretty important goals for the Navy in his time. But here comes Holgate. Approaches the edge of the box, tries to get the shot in. It is blocked in the end by Lee Phillips. Holgate again. Tries to put Hurd through this time. Gaz Hurd. He gets a cross in.
Ooh.
Scuffed clearance by Alfie Rogers. That's unusual for him.
Mopped up again, and the Navy are starting to take their stamp into the game and control it.
I think this is shaping up to be a really good match.
Yeah.
Between 2 teams who are desperate to go forward. Holgate then, who's looked really dangerous on that left-hand side.
He could have laid it back. He's got to get his head up.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that. So the Army's turn then to get some good possession. Clay Bryant. Looking for Sean Woolley, but it's intercepted well.
Good front foot defending.
Henry Phillips doing a good job there, the right back for the Royal Navy. Seven and a half minutes played. If you're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel this evening for live coverage of this inter-services clash. The last one of the season here, the last game, and it's everything to play for. Mercury Cup and the Constantinople Cup up for grabs here. Very famous old trophies, of course, which have been competed for over many years. Drysdale deals with it.
It's a good touch, Danny.
Danny Kerr looking for that first time ball.
Good experience from Danny there. He sees the danger, it's down the line.
Alfie Rogers content just to find touch.
Yeah, he's one who stepped up from the under-23s, old Alfie Rogers, over the last season or two. So it's good to see the young players coming through for the senior sides.
George Haynes says, "Come on, the Navy. The rum will be on you, lads, tonight." Will they get their rum ration, I wonder? Actually, you need a rum ration here. It's so chilly this evening.
Oof, that was a full-blooded challenge. Sean Woolley, oh, blonde son. He's not shy.
No, Sean Woolley, he's I'm sure there'll be a bit of arguing with the referee going on a little bit later.
Yeah, that was me in my younger days as well. I don't blame him.
Competitive to the last is Sean, and as we say, he's an absolute master at free kicks. So we'll see how that develops this evening. The Navy will be anxious not to concede anything within firing range, as the RAF found out to their cost last week at Aldershot. Luke Kearney, what a servant he's been for Army football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Undisputed number one for them for 10 years now.
Yeah, he's a great goalkeeper. He's playing at a high level still, and he just oozes confidence, and you know, opposite teams don't like him. But
well, exactly. He's regarded as a tub of Marmite, I think, by the opposition who don't like him. But his club, which is Hungerford Town, I think, they absolutely love him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a top boy, a good professional, and he's a great asset.
That's a corner.
It's another corner.
Another great work then from Dylan Holgate. Yeah. He's really putting the shift in early doors, isn't he?
He started really, really well. He's a very positive dribbler of the ball. He'll always take his fullback on, and he's on two corners in the side of the first 10 minutes.
The Navy leading them the corner count, but who is going to get the first goal? Could be absolutely crucial tonight.
It's Jakey Walker. One hand this time. It's something different. It's gone to the
Floating
back post.
Wide, but nobody there to take advantage of it. The Army had that covered. It's always good to see players guarding those two posts. Quite often you don't see it enough these days in the professional game.
Yeah, I think sometimes basic defending of just defend your goal is what's needed at set pieces, and yeah, they're doing it well here tonight, the Army. Not in trouble.
So 11 minutes played nearly. No goals between these two teams. I'm not expecting a goal fest tonight, actually, Stu, but
we want one.
You just get the feeling that if one early goal goes in, then it could change the whole course of this match.
Absolutely. It's just going to take one little bit of brilliance early on to unlock the door through either side, and we'll be on our way.
Throwing then to the Navy. Nicely played forward by Henry Phillips. And again, that ball goes out wide then to Holgate. An overlap here from Sean Powell.
Oh, that's a great turn, Davey.
The Navy players working really hard for each other at the moment. That's great work from the number 8 there.
It's from Vincent again.
Yeah.
He's a Rolls-Royce player.
It's and that's a really good cross, which is going to test the goalkeeper. And Luke Kearney does a great job there under the pressure then
of
from Ollie Ward then going in on him. Fair challenge.
Good striker, Ollie. He's Royal Marine through and through. He's hard as nails.
Woolley heads it on. That's safely back for the Navy. Dave Vincent.
Ooh.
Just putting
Jake
McCormick under a little bit of pressure, but here come the Navy one more time. Ollie Ward. Bit of quality here required for them.
Back post. Oh.
And it's very well defended by the Army there.
Clay Bryant held a great position.
But the Navy very much on top at the moment. Ball goes out wide onto the right then to Gaz Hurd. Hurd into the penalty area. Ball goes across the field, and it could go just about anywhere.
And again.
Holgate challenging, and he'll win another corner. This is the third corner for the Royal Navy, and do you know what? I'm sure that Chris James will be absolutely delighted with the start that his boys have made.
Yeah, definitely. They're finding a lot of joy on the Army right back at the moment, and they keep giving the ball out there and they're getting success. So Chris will be really happy. He'll just want that goal, settle the nerves, and they can really make the pitch big and expansive.
Another corner then coming in for the Navy. Again, it's an in-swinger. This time there is someone on the end of it, and it's actually a red shirt on the end of it. It was Liam Silver who got the ball cleared. It'll be yet another corner to the Royal Navy. This is going to be their fourth corner, taken short. Danny's curve, ball goes in. It's cleared though.
There's a counter-attack.
Yeah, a counter on for the Army here. What can they do with it? Woolley now has it. Sean Woolley. Shields off the challenge, looking for some support. Goes down, wins the free kick. I think that was probably about the best that he could do there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he held the ball up really well, and I think Sean Power's a little bit too eager to get stuck in.
Harry Morrell says, up the Army, get into them, Steve-O. Keep those messages coming for us. Great to have your company tonight. And for these players, I mean, what an absolute honour to play on a championship pitch like this.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and you know, places like this make you feel really good about playing football for the service, and good on them for making the cut.
But anyone who is watching a young footballer wants to go into the military, just think you could be playing here in a couple of years' time.
I think that was a shot from Luke Kearney.
Yeah, trying to make the most of the wind, which has died down. Which for that relief, much thanks at the moment. Dave Vincent wide onto this right-hand side. Henry Phillips.
Always give it.
Referee has given the free kick. Jack to Schoolmeester. I wonder whether his family have got a background in education. Great to have some excellent officials, and it's nice to see Lauren Impey as well, fourth official tonight. A great flag bearer for women's officials.
Absolutely.
And she's done a great job. Referee wants it taken from the right place.
I think the ref wasn't in position, he wasn't happy.
Well, Dave Vincent has another chance then, and he'll float that across field.
Yeah, keeping the ball, they know pumping it in the box. Those two centre halves will eat it up, so keep the ball. Ooh.
There's always a danger then when that man Johnny's around. Strong challenge there. A very strong challenge, and too strong a challenge by the Army's Jack Barber there on the Royal Navy captain. Oh, sorry, on Mark Drysdale, not the captain.
Yeah, it's just got a little bit hot the last 3 or 4 minutes. A few challenges flying in.
Yep. So Barber's name goes into the book, and a yellow card is brandished.
That's an early time to get a card in and into services. I tell you, he's going to be a really, really clever boy now.
Ashton Roberts says a big hello this evening to Stu Morgan.
That's Dan Roberts, my wonderful friend Robbo, and his son and his daughter Layla travelling back from the game this afternoon.
Yeah, they're still revelling in your performance there, Stu.
It's one for the ages, John. One for the ages.
How's the old limbs feeling though?
That's why I'm standing still quite a lot.
It's the bit after that's the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can take the rugby players like 2 weeks to recover, from their Masters matches. But it's great to see a Masters competition, just as it is, of course, under 23s and the women's football as well. It was so hard for the female players last night to control those conditions.
Yeah, no one wants that.
They gave us a 5-goal thriller in the end. Now, here is the Navy. Great work.
It started so well.
Davy Vincent looking very, very strong. Here's Holgate.
That's a great
Vincent
turn.
again.
Oh, that's a great turn. Good defending.
Danny Kerr. Once again. Navy building on that left-hand side. Holgate. It's another good cross.
Another deep one though. They're not finding a white shirt.
Army having to defend really hard at the moment, just to keep the marauding Navy players out. Vincent is just everywhere at the moment.
Oh yeah, he is making the Navy tick right. He's just finding space everywhere. He's kept the ball really well.
Lovely ball
Great
through
pass.
to Holgate, to edge of the penalty
the
area. He might
outside.
go himself.
He has. Great
Takes the
save.
shot. That's a great save from the goalkeeper. Luke Kearney saving with his legs. Makes a really good stop, but the Army now building then with
This
a
is the danger.
counter-attack here with Sean Woolley. Big Leicester City fan like myself, not very happy about things at the moment. But he's wearing his red shirt tonight, and he has, I think he's won a throw-in, hasn't he, on this,
Yeah, he's got a
on this
throw.
near side.
He's done well to bring his team up the pitch.
Well, relieve the pressure really as much as anything.
Yeah, they'll hope to keep the ball near for a little bit now, the Army. They've defended their box well. They just probably want to do a little bit more up this end of the pitch.
Hockey Animal 137 says, fair winds, lads, you got this. I assume he's talking about the Navy. Who knows?
Thought I was talking about us.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, there's fair winds up here, that's for sure. Throw comes in then for the Army. Woolley tries to nod it on, but it'll be cleared by the Navy defence. Little nudge there on Fitzmaurice. And he still has it. Nice cross going in. Goalkeeper did really well to save it.
Good hands.
A few claims that it had gone over the line, but Loz McCormack showing all his experience there to keep it out.
Another
And
in
straight
again.
away, the Navy are on the attack once more down this left-hand side. Shot comes in and it's just nodded on, knocked on. All sorts of questions being asked about the Army defence there by their goalkeeper Luke Kearney, but that was pulsating move there from the Navy, pushing themselves forward. And I've got to say, Dylan Holgate's having a magnificent opening first 19-20 minutes of this game.
Absolutely, he's a real threat on the left-hand side, and nearly a 5-yard tap-in for Gazard, but the Roadrunner couldn't get there in time.
The Roadrunner, yeah. Huge amount of pace he's got on that left-hand side. Woolley heads it on. Dealt by Drysdale, who is fouled again, this time by young Kershaw Johnny,
That's
and the
really
referee
smart.
is having a word with him. I don't think there's going to be a card for him this time, but it's a bit of a warning.
I think Jack McCormack's really smart, just leaves his leg lying there for Johnny to take.
Drysdale back to his goalkeeper. Nice ball again out onto this left-hand side. The Navy really using the skills of Holgate.
That's a good tackle.
Yeah, fine challenge then from Jack Barber.
I think they've done you with the team sheet here. Mike Drysdale's number 4. Yeah, they have.
So there is a change then. I thought he didn't. Yeah,
Jack McCormack's
Yeah.
the 5. Probably a bigger shirt than number 4.
yeah, well spotted.
Oh, that's a great
That's
touch
lovely
going
work.
forward.
Now the ball goes out wide then to Woolley. Taking on a couple of players, looking for a bit of support. Finds
Got
it
one
in the middle
over.
of the field
Found him.
from Barber.
Oh, great block. Great block, Sean Powell. That's a good move, though, from the Army.
Yeah. I think the pace that both of these teams are showing, you know, pulling themselves out of defensive positions is very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the threat of a lot of service football. The attackers are really, really quick, and we've got some real speed demons on the show tonight.
Well, Lee Phillips is going to take this throw. Has he got a sort of a long throw? It looks as if he might have, because winding himself up for the throw
He
on that
backs
far
himself.
side. A lot of players in that box, a lot of Army players. It does go long,
Yeah, it's a fair throw.
but it's well headed away by Drysdale. Now,
Oh, he's in. Can he find him?
now,
Can he find him?
He's got space on this
a great
right-hand
ball.
side.
Here's
Opportunity
Walker.
then for Walker. Shoots,
Oh.
goalkeeper makes the save, but the follow-up, is high and wide. What a chance that was for the Navy there. Oh my words. Well,
It's DK. No, it's not. It's Ollie Ward.
it's Ollie Ward's. Lots of questions again being asked by the Army about their defence, but it was another fine save from Luke Kearney to deny the initial opportunity, which was set up for the Navy's Jake Walker. And he had fired it on target. Unfortunately for the Navy, Ollie Ward couldn't follow it up. That was a real chance.
Yeah, that's the biggest chance of the game so far, and that's Ollie's bread and butter. Surprised he didn't hit the target.
23 minutes played here at Fratton Park. No goals, but no shortage of excitement here. And no shortage of chances. The best of them have come to the Navy. They've really threatened the most, but the Army have also shown that they are very quick on the break. So no one is taking anything for granted here. The PMC North Stand, which is well populated this evening, and it's great to see a crowd on that far side, just giving us that atmosphere that we often don't get from military games, sadly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to see people turn out and support the lads, because they work hard in their day jobs, and this is the hobby for everybody. So it's nice to see them get support.
Absolutely. In this military town, anything to do with the Royal Navy at the moment is going to have loads of support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fitzpatrick gets a good ball through, nicely nodded on by Johnny. Now, opportunity for the Army on this left-hand side with Sean Woolley. Approaches the penalty area, senses a chance at a goal, but it's well blocked by the Navy defence. Woolley again will go for it. Great work then from Jack McCormack there to deny the Navy.
Oh, let's give it the other way.
Well,
let's give a throw. Let's give a free kick, I think.
Referee just wanting that again taken from the correct position. And Clay Bryant finds Alfie Rogers, a long ball forward, dealt with well by McCormack.
Yeah, I don't know, the Army structure defensively is not quite working at the moment.
Yeah, in the final third it's letting them down, isn't it? They've got plenty of possession, it's just that we're not seeing too much where it matters in front of goal, whereas the Navy, they could be 2-0 up at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Luke Kearney and his defence will be happy that they haven't conceded, and hopefully they can build on it. He's
not been happy with some of the work in front of him, but he is a shot stopper extraordinaire for the Army. Drysdale with a good header, but here's Silver.
Zinger.
Nicely played by the Army. Johnny gets in there, he takes a foul. Referee has pulled it back for a free kick. There's a foul there by Mark Drysdale, and I think the referee might be having a word with the Navy captain. There could be a yellow card here.
I think there will be. I think he's going to go
very late with the challenge.
He hasn't gone into his pocket yet.
Well, it's a warning.
He's got away with it.
I think he's quite lucky there.
He must have whispered something sweet in his ear.
But of course it's not good, is it, for a central defender to get a yellow card early on?
No.
Because it does put them under pressure. It means that they maybe can't go in quite so strongly with the challenges as they might expect to, might want to. But Kershaw and Johnny still being spoken to and looked after. Johnny, who is a non-stop striker, plays off the shad that really runs off defenders, and defenders hate that.
Yeah, I think Mark's Drysdale, he's got his line right at the moment, so that Kershaw can't get in behind. I think the distances are really good from the Navy at the moment.
As they slip back into their 4-4-2 formation when they're not on the ball. But a 4-2-3-1 formation has proved very successful for them so far going forward.
Yeah, they've got Davy Vincent, finding some real good pockets, an absolute, Rolls Royce of a midfielder, and a young Jake Burns, some might say.
Yeah. He's leaving the field, hopefully to return. He's running it off. He's still not very happy, but maybe we will see him. Just seeing this best chance of the game so far for the Navy, and it was a great save from Jake Walker's shot there by Kearney. But a free kick then.
Real chance.
Difficult one for the Navy to defend here. Woolley takes the free kick,
good save,
and the goalkeeper has to punch it clear. There was an offside, I think, as well for the chase for the ball. But again, we mentioned Sean Woolley and how good he is with those set pieces, left and right of the penalty area.
Yeah, they won't want to give him another one. He's found his sighter at goal now, so they'll have to be careful again, the Navy.
The second time, really, that Los McCormick has been called into action in this first half. Nearly half an hour played here at Fratton Park. We're still awaiting the first goal. Header forward from Craig Stevenson, Army captain.
Oh, the ref's giving it. Oh, I thought it was a really good shoulder barge. Hey, he can only give what he sees.
Yeah, I think it was the right decision, Stu. No matter what what you might think. Good to see Johnny back on the field again. He's shaken that injury off, but he's still being well marshalled by the Royal Navy captain. Kearney then will take the kick.
He's playing up for the fans there, definitely.
Getting barracked by the fans, which he'll be used to, of course.
Yeah, he'll get it every week.
Here's William. Nice little flick from him. Beautiful flick for Silver. Looking to get the ball back, but it's the Navy now with a chance for them to break. Again. And here's Dylan Holgate. Causing all sorts of bits. A beautiful ball.
Jakey Walker around the keeper.
Rounded the keeper. Still going, looking for some support, still going.
Great feet, that's unlucky.
Oh, but it's
unlucky.
Just in that final moment, didn't have the support he needed. But the Navy again, threatening and looking dangerous. Drysdale. Out to Holgate again. Wins the throw-in. Danny Kerr's in there, but good interception from Alfie Rogers.
Challenge again. Go down. He has done it. Oh,
stay
down.
And
stay down.
The referee is going to bring it back for the free kick.
Yeah. And this is a real chance with this wind blowing in that direction.
That's good work there from Sean Powell. And he will take the free kick. Just having a bit of a conference there with Dave Vincent. But that's going to go into the penalty area, and look who's moving forward.
Mark Drysdale's up there.
Yeah.
He got the first against the RAF, I believe.
Yeah, Drysdale and McCormick have gone into the box there. Free kick then comes in.
It's deep, too deep.
Too deep, and easily collected by Luke Kearney, who slips as he makes the kick, so that'll go straight out of play.
Tried to buy himself a free kick, Danny.
Royal Navy 0, British Army 0. If you're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel this evening.
Ooh.
Well dealt with by the Navy, but straight
oh!
into the path of Johnny, and of course he might have been in an offside position. It doesn't matter because the ball was kicked to him. Here is
he's offside.
That is offside this time. Johnny was in a he didn't come back from an offside position, so eventually he gets caught out.
Goodness, that was nearly a big error.
Yeah, just a few words of calm down coming from Jack McCormick there. This game is for the taking at the moment. Both of these sides look capable of scoring.
He's done well.
But the chance still in for the Navy.
Good tackle from the skipper.
What a great tackle that was. Really important challenge from Alfie Rogers.
He's not happy either, is old Stevenson. He had a hell of a go at his midfield.
I think it's fair to say that neither defences are particularly happy with themselves at the moment.
It's a loose pass.
Picked up by Fagan. Ryan Fagan had a terrific game against the RAF last week. Nice ball to Johnny, who keeps himself onside. Challenged by Drysdale. Gets a low cross in.
Good tackle.
Opportunity for the Army. It was... that came
it
so close, didn't it? But the Army threatening here. Navy just having to be careful how they defend, and eventually Clay Bryant's header just a little bit off target.
Yeah, they've just shown a little bit of frailty there, the Navy side. You know, a little bit losing a little bit of composure on the ball and giving it away cheaply. So they'll have to step that gear up again.
Dave Vincent, calming influence in midfield for the Navy, alongside his captain.
Oof.
Loose ball, slightly loose, but well collected by Drysdale in the end. Now, the Navy, one more time. Phillips does a really good job there. Here's Vincent.
There's a chance again.
Navy have a chance now.
Yeah, not seeing much of Danny Carr. I think he's doing the dirty work for Jake and Davey at the moment, just doing a lot of running.
He is doing a lot of running and taking players away, which is giving players like Sean Powell an opportunity. Here is Vincent, looking to tee himself up for a shot. Instead goes wide to Gaz Hurd. Hurd gets the shot in, high and wide though. No problem there for the Army defence. Well, there's no shortage of attempts on goal here, Stu, but just the quality of the finishing so far has let both these sides down.
Yes, and you know, I thought there would be a little bit more composed in front of goal, but we haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure we will.
35 minutes gone here. No goals to report.
Yeah, no goals, but it's been a good game. It's been quite entertaining, as like you said, plenty of goal-mouth action, but nothing to come from it yet.
Great footballing night here in Portsmouth. Of course, with no league games this week because of the international break. I'm sure it's brought a few fans out tonight to enjoy some football here at Fratton Park.
It's a good ball. Let it run across him.
So Prince Morris wins a throw for the Army, which will be taken by Lee Phillips. Again, he can go long here. And interesting to see Craig Stevenson just stepping up into the box, but he goes short this time. Woolley gets the cross.
It's easy for the keeper.
It's no problem for Loz McCormick.
It's a great throw from Loz. It's going to bounce over his head.
Well, excellent defensive work from Bryant there. Spotted the danger. Yeah, Danny Kerr doing a lot of running off the ball. He's getting involved here.
Yeah, he's just not getting much joy with it at the moment. But you know, Danny's that kind of selfless player. He'll run all night long.
And he comes up with some cracking goals too.
Yeah.
Maybe he's thinking maybe it's my turn to score for the Navy tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done it.
Now Johnny is free. It's a one-on-one with the keeper. Can he put it away? He just couldn't connect with it, but the Army still have a chance. And that's good defensive work in the end by the Navy, but it was definitely a slip from them. Oh, and that's a high challenge from Johnny. He would surely get a yellow card for that. The Navy players don't like it.
Got to push in. Their handbags.
Yeah. It's competitive stuff. Johnny's walking away, but the referee will want him back, and I would imagine that is definitely going to be a yellow card. You can't do that. You can't pull a player back
one above the neck
with a challenge like that. And Sean Woolley just going over to have a word with him. I've got a feeling maybe that Kirsch and Johnny was still a bit annoyed about the challenge that he took
Yeah, he did take a strong challenge and then he's just missed an absolute sitter. So I think he's lost his head for a second.
Well, literally. Really. So a few boos going up.
Yeah, nothing from the referee, just had a talking to again.
Yeah. And it's good refereeing really, because you know there's this competitive needle which you expect in this fixture.
Yeah, and it's really important. The man in the middle, the referee, it's a real tough ask to referee one of these games. And if you keep throwing out yellow cards, at some point you're going to throw out a red, and you know no one wants to see the game ruined with one of those.
No, absolutely not.
Real big chance for the Army there.
It was a one-on-one, and Los McCormick did really well because he was off his line like a teenager.
He'll watch that one back and be proud, I tell you.
He will.
The Army have really come back into it the last, 5-10 minutes, and the Navy have, they've definitely lost a little bit of composure, so they need to regain it quickly.
On ball forward, Johnny chasing it again, with the
Johnny.
Navy captain. He did well there. Did Drysdale. Here's Jack McCormick to Powell, and here's Danny Kerr. McCormick. He finds Vincent. Davy Vincent to Kerr again. Sort of football that the Navy like to play.
Yeah, keep the ball, start moving the Army players about, entice them forward to try and probe, and then go quickly.
It's the Chris James way of playing.
Certainly is, and he's been successful with it, so why would he change now?
Drysdale plays it out wide, then onto the left once again to Holgate. Takes it forward, left back had come up to support. Drysdale again.
Oh,
hooks it forward on
great
the edge
touch,
of the box.
cheeky. Oh!
It's a great effort, and it just didn't quite dip enough for Jake Walker, but it was a great move. He reckons that the keeper got a touch to it, but I don't think that is the case. It almost dipped under the crossbar, didn't it? It was a great effort.
Dipped really quickly at the last second, just not enough. I think Luke had it covered.
Another great opportunity for the Navy, and they've had plenty in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely plenty. I think, and the two number 9s have had the two best chances, and both of them just not quite good enough at the moment.
Last 5 minutes then of this first half. We'll probably have a couple of minutes of stoppage time. Hope you're enjoying the game tonight under these terrific floodlights here at Fratton Park. Arby then with the throw, which Lee Phillips will take. Dealt with by Sean Powell, but the Army still have it and still have a chance here.
Great tackle, Davey again.
That was brilliant work from Davy Vincent, who's looked so solid tonight for the Navy. Gaz Hurd.
He's trying to look him in the eye, look. Makes a big challenge, stares at Gaz Hurd in the eye.
Oh yes. Not a lot of love lost.
Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
This is the needle you expect in these encounters. For these players, it's like their cup final, isn't it, to play in an inter-services game?
Well, like we said at the start, it's all to play for, so they're not going to give it up easily.
Vincent, lovely through ball, and it's kept in play well by the Navy, but the Army have it. Here's Johnny, takes the 1-2 from.
Oh, well played, Jack McCormack.
End to end, Vincent.
Oh, that's the worst thing he's done so far.
I think we knew what he was trying to do. He was literally trying to put Holgate through again, wasn't he?
I'll take it for one-on-one sessions next week.
I'm sure he'll really appreciate that. 3 minutes to go then for normal time in this first half. Nothing between these two teams at the moment. It's so tight out there.
Ooh. The ref spotted. Oh, there's an injury.
Yeah, there's an injury to Clay Bryant from the Army at the moment. He'll just need a bit of attention. It's right in front of the dugouts. He's back up on his feet again. Ooh. Just hobbling a bit.
Doesn't look comfortable, does he?
Doesn't look too happy.
Maybe he's been someone stood on his foot, it looks like.
Yeah, modern football boots are like made of tissue paper, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Not like the old days.
Sean Woolley, great control from him. Just what he loves doing. And a neat ball through, which will be dealt with by Mark Drysdale. And his goalkeeper, it's McCormack. Right, Jake Walker.
A good tackle.
50-50 challenge. Army put it out of play in the end. Bryant puts it out of play. Here's Johnny.
Hey.
Sorry, just like saying that.
It took 43 minutes. That's a Rolls-Royce commentating there, John.
Well, you have to make the most of it, don't you? The opportunities that come your way.
Oh, there's a chance if he nicks it. Oh, he's in.
Now, Johnny again. Well,
oh, the ref's given it.
I think that's a bit unfortunate, and it looks like a yellow card. Well, I think, Johnny certainly went down, and well, Henry Phillips, he's not protested about it.
No,
so
he must have accepted that. He's taken a little kick.
That was, he's taken it on the chin. But again, this is a very dangerous situation for the Navy defence here. Sean Woolley, he's already scored a free kick. It was just against the Air Force. It was a bit closer. It was actually right on the edge of the box. So he's what 22, 23 yards out here. But this is very much Sean Woolley territory.
Yeah, it certainly is. And as the clock goes in, in the 45th minute coming to stoppage time, this is a perfect opportunity.
He loves these situations. Los McCormack is standing by. There's a four-man wall. Yeah, it didn't quite work for him this time, and he's so disappointed. I think he half expects to score from a free kick these days.
He feels like it's a penalty for him, but it's good defending again this time.
Long hopeful ball forward by Alfie Rogers, but that's not going to cause any problems for the Navy. Yeah, so we're into stoppage time in this first half, and it's
don't know how long they held up.
Deadlock here between these two. Stevenson back to his goalkeeper. Luke Kearney will clear.
Yeah.
Well, hardly any, just a minute of stoppage time play. We certainly had a break of slightly longer than that for a couple of injuries, but our referee this evening, Jack Discool-Naister, has brought proceedings to an end from a highly competitive first half, Stu.
Yeah.
But maybe both teams just lacking that, just that little bit extra in front of goal so far.
Yeah, definitely. There's been lacking a little bit of quality in the box, but I think both teams trying to suss each other out. It's a game of two halves, and I'm sure there'll be slightly different tactics employed in the second half.
And of course, the opportunity to bring on some replacements or finishers, as we call them now, I think.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Energizers.
Energized. We don't call them substitutes anymore. But there we go. Half time here at Fratton Park. We're back, of course, for more action from the second half, but loads more Forces Sport for you to catch up on right now.
Right across the box, it's a big chance.
Great play by the Navy there, fantastic football.
And it's a goal! The Army have an all-important second goal.
Full time in this match, thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
one game plan, and it's paid off.
Hello, good evening and welcome to a very windy Wesley Park, the home of Havant and Waterlooville football and the venue for the final match of this year's Inter-Services Women's competition. Now the title has already been won by the Royal Air Force, but tonight sees the Royal Navy take on the British Army, both for pride, and there is still a cup at play.
So the corner comes in, but you can see how the wind has carried it right across to the other side of the pitch. And Lauren Druitt did really well to keep it in play. Out to Ash Mills. She'll take the shot.
Just wide there.
Good call then from Tash Toms. It's been a good route for the Army so far down this right-hand side. And that's great play from Fisher. Approaches the box. Surely there's going to be a shot coming in, but it was taken away from her by Shannon Bradley. Sorry, by Georgia, by Izzy Crooks there. It might have been a chance there for Shannon Bradley to...
She's done well again.
Yep. But the Army still going onto the edge of the box, and it's turned just wide by Katie Elwood there. Well, that was the best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, the Army have definitely had most possession so far. They've. Oh,
but
hang
now,
on. Let's just have a look.
Real chance for the Navy.
Great shot.
Well, Kate Bowden, she just saw opportunity there. Well, the Navy then have the goal kick, which will be taken by Sophie Perrin. Trying to get the ball as high up the field as possible. Look how the wind's brought it back though. Difficult for them. Army now have a chance.
Ooh.
And it's Bert Whistle, and she has scored.
Superb ball.
Yeah,
for
well, it's just the person that you wanted that ball to fly to. Anna Bert Whistle has tucked the ball into the net. The Navy defence finally breached here. Perrin takes the corner long, and that is floating around in the box. Oh, and it could have gone just about anywhere. The wind sort of carried it backwards and forwards. An in-swinger. Ball could just about go anywhere. Army trying to get that ball back in. Shot goes in, and it's back into the net. And it is Anna Bert Whistle again who's got the goal. And here they come once more. That's great work from the number 9.
Nice ball.
Oh, and a chance then for a third goal. And it's gone wide. It's good goalkeeping again. Really brave goalkeeping to deny Imogen Fisher there. That's a good through ball. Chance then for the Army to add a third here. And it's a little chip there. Navy captain. Frustrating night for her really, and for the Navy team. Ball goes across, and it's touched in. And that is a third goal for the British Army. Chance then for a fourth, and it is a fourth goal. It's a beautifully taken goal. It's not over yet. Oh, it's in! Wow, what a goal!
That is incredible.
And that again is Robin McFadden who has got it.
What an incredible goal.
You can't really prepare for how intense it is when you first go down that first run.
You're doing between 70 and 90 miles an hour depending on track. You're pulling 4 to 5 Gs, you've got no brakes.
Coming into Lillehammer, it's a great track, and you're putting complete novices, people that have never ever touched a bobsleigh, at the top of the track, sort of pushing them off and saying good luck, and to their credit, they learn quickly.
This is the Lillehammer Bobsleigh and Luge Track, the home of the 1994 Olympic Winter Games. It is a favourite among some of the world's best sliding athletes, but it is also the perfect breeding ground for the UK military's future sliding stars.
In the last 100 years of Olympics, I know the last 30, there's been a military man in a sled for the last 5 or 6 Olympic Games, be it from the Air Force, the Navy, Marines or the Army.
For over a century, the military has been the linchpin for Britain's success in sliding sports, and the Inter-Services Ice Sports Championships is the flagship event which showcases the depth in talent among military ranks.
Yeah, I mean, I never joined the military to go and do sport at an elite level. Like, obviously I know the military has sport, and I was always going to do sport within the military, but I joined to be a soldier originally, and well, technically still am. But where my career has taken me has been not complete fluke, but bobsleigh is not a sport that people think about going into. And thank God you kind of got the military, because a lot of people don't get the opportunity. And would I have gone to 2 Olympic Games if I wasn't in the military? Probably not. Would I have competed for Great Britain on the top level? Probably not. Would I have World Championship medals, European Champs medals, Sportsman of the Year awards, UK Armed Forces Sports of the Year awards? No, I probably wouldn't. So bobsleigh's given me a lot. It's taken a lot, but it's also given me a lot as well.
But it's not just bobsleigh that's getting all the love. Skeleton has become one of Britain's most successful winter sports. And since Team GB's success at the Olympic Winter Games in Cortina, interest in British Skeleton's Talent ID pathway has skyrocketed.
Up to 6,000 people have registered their interest in the Talent ID scheme since the Olympic Winter Games. On the night Matt Weston struck gold in Milano Cortina, up to 1,161 people signed up in a 4.5-hour spell. And on the night Matt Weston and Tabby Stoker struck gold in the mixed team event, up to 1,200 people signed up again in 4.5 hours.
RAF athlete Nicole Berger is the latest skeleton prodigy to emerge from this competition. In 2026, she became the first woman to represent South Africa in skeleton at the Olympic Winter Games, having only taken up the sport 3 years ago.
Yeah, so for me actually it's a bit of a weird one. I was just at my desk scrolling through SharePoint I think at the time, and I saw a poster that was advertising the skeleton trials, and I thought to myself, why not go give it a go, try something new. This is all about like being in the military is about, is having those opportunities to try something you'll never get to experience like in day-to-day life. So I jumped on the opportunity and yeah, went to the trials, and from there I didn't expect it to be leading to where I'm competing now, and even just to be representing it into services. So that journey is incredible, and for the military to be able to provide that pathway is exceptional.
The Inter-Services is an open competition for all serving personnel, but what makes this competition so special is it's not just Olympians competing here. Novice athletes who've only been sliding for a matter of weeks are also here taking on some of the world's best.
Yeah, never slid before. We literally started 2.5 weeks ago. To be honest, it was intense. It was overwhelming, unexpected. It was not even what I imagined at all. You see it on television, and you know it's going to be intense sport. But in terms of being on that sled, first person, all you can see is the ice. Yeah, it was eye-opening for sure.
So what does the future hold for the promising young stars and those who want to try the fastest sports on the winter scene?
I think it's only going to get stronger and more popular, to be honest. I'm seeing a rise in the popularity in the sport. More people are taking interest in it, more people are trialling out for GB, for example. I mean, just seeing this here, I've never seen this many people come and compete in Inters for a while. So yeah, I just hope it keeps on that trajectory, and we can just spread the word, get people trying the sport, and yeah, I love it.
You know, we want a bigger race, we want more competitors, we want to be able to fill all the race spots. So, you know, it's a fun, exciting sport, and if people are enticed by it, then they should just give it a go, because that's how I got involved. I just one day decided to give something a go, and I didn't look back, and I didn't regret it at all.
Hi, I'm Kyle Dixon, and this is In Case You Missed It. The British Army men's rugby union team have continued their inter-service preparations with an impressive win against a Coventry 15. The Army turned up to Butts Park Arena hoping to nail down the tactical plans that they'll take to their RAF and Navy clashes in 2026. And a 44-26 win was the perfect night for Lieutenant Colonel Tim Osman's team. They take on the French Army in a Le Crunch clash on March the 25th. Spanish sun on the Spanish hills. Just check out these point-of-view shots from the trails. The Royal Navy and Royal Marines mountain biking team are on a warm weather training camp in southern Spain. It's a chance for the military cyclists to take on a new terrain, and they're testing themselves on difficult courses. The British Army powerlifting team have taken part in an important fixture against Loughborough University. The military lifters delivered their best in what they hope will become a regular varsity fixture. The Army's Ollie Robson was the best overall lifter as the under 93 kg category winner, with a joint personal best of 715 kg total. The UK Armed Forces Under-23s men's rugby union team have beaten Bath University in dominant fashion. A fast start saw UCAF race into a 28-5 lead at half-time, and from there they never looked back. Their dominance continued in the second half as they added 19 more points to their total in a 47-15 win. The Army's Tom Bullock was captain of the team, while the Navy's George Pooley was vice-captain. Two Forces boxers have been selected to compete at a prestigious international tournament in Hungary. The Army's Lance Corporal Niamh Brooks and Royal Marine Kyle Shaw-Tullin will take to the ring in the 70th Boschka Istvan tournament. A great performance could boost their Commonwealth Games hopes.
Great play by the Navy there, fantastic football.
The Army have an all-important second goal.
Little time in this match, thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
One game plan, and it's paid off.
Well, welcome back to Fratton Park here as we await the players' arrival for the second half of this very, very tight inter-services game here against the Royal Navy against the British Army, and well, not a lot between these two teams in the first 45 minutes. Both of them have had chances, and Stu Morgan, I wonder what was being said at half-time. I would imagine that probably Chris James might be the happier of the two, although towards the end of that first half the Army were getting stronger and stronger, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I think Chris will be happy, and I think the Army manager will be happy too, but I mean, they know they've got to score, the Army. They can't draw this game, so they know they've got to score. The Navy are a little bit more comfortable, but I think Chris will be happy with what he's seen that first 45 minutes, and it will just be about being clinical in the second half.
Do you think the Army are going to rely on possibly on the set pieces? But there's also the prospects of some of these replacements coming on, these game changers as we're calling them, as the Navy emerge onto the pitch for the second half. And this is no longer a 11 against 11, is it now, this game?
No, and I'm sure those changes that you're talking about are going to have a real impact in this game, because on a pitch this size, the chips are down, the legs get tired, and those changes are going to be really important.
Army onto the pitch as well in their all-red strip. The Royal Navy have ditched the navy blue these days for an all-white colour.
Yes, I think it's akin to the old England kit.
Indeed, yeah. Did you read how much it will cost now? If I don't know if your youngsters are into football, but if they wanted an England kit, you know how much it will cost you?
No.
£139.
Holy smokes! No, luckily my boy just loves playing golf. And my daughter's 16 and has no interest in sport, so I kind of like.
Yeah, but at least he's not into American football, because I know that buying kit for American football you've got to take out a second mortgage. Anyway, we're just about ready to start the second half here. Enough of all this joviality, down to the serious business of a football game here, and there are two trophies to be decided here. Most of which important, of course, is the Constantinople Cup, which is the Inter-Services Trophy, which the Army hold. The Royal Navy very, very keen to get it back. The Navy then about to start the second half, kicking from right to left as we look from our commentary position here, high above the main stand at Fratton Park. Here's Danny Kerr, Navy captain. Goes straight in for the challenge, but the Army win it straight back.
Yeah.
Straight into the game is Franklin Fitzmaurice. And that'll be guided out of play by the Navy's Jack McCormack.
Yeah.
Here's their captain. Or the central defender, I should say. Strong man, Mark Drysdale at the back.
Good touch from Ollie.
He is like a captain, isn't he, at the back?
Yeah, certainly is.
And here is another player, Dave Vincent, who's had a terrific first half.
He's in.
Navy have an opportunity here with Jake Walker. Ball goes out wide.
Here goes the road runner.
Gaz Hurd takes it wide to the byline. He's still got it. Teasing the defence, gets a cross in.
That's another deep one.
Has to be defended, but the Navy are still on the prowl here. With Sean Powell out of play, the ball goes. Navy have the throw.
Vincent started brightly again, getting on the ball, getting his touches.
He's just here, there and everywhere. He's had a fantastic game for them. Covered every blade of this pitch here in wonderful condition down here at Fratton Park. There's no excuse for the Pompey players. They've got a brilliant pitch to play on.
Yeah.
Are they good enough to stay in the championship? That's the question a lot of people in this city are asking. Just at this moment, coming up from League One, of course, last season. And they'd love to have an extended stay in the second tier and maybe push for even better. This is very much a football city here.
Ooh.
And wherever you go around Fratton Park, there's all the signs of the Pompey chimes of the past. But here are the Royal Navy. And it's Davy Vincent.
It's a great pass.
Spreading the ball wide to this left-hand side to Powell. And Holgate. Takes it wide to the byline.
That's it again, is Holgate. You don't mind taking on that right back.
Dylan Holgate, very impressive performance from him this evening.
It reminds me, if you remember, Danny Earl of the day.
I do remember Danny Earl of the
He
day.
has similar qualities to Danny.
He certainly has. Jake Walker then will take this corner, the first one of the second half. Maybe leading on the corner count.
Oh, what have we got?
Kearney has to carry the ball away. And it's well, that could have gone just about anywhere. Well, it was good defensive work in the end, and Luke Kearney's a very difficult man to beat. But that was literally spinning in all directions, wasn't it?
Took a couple of deflections, and Luke stood his ground and kept it out of the goal.
Remains 0-0. Another corner, floated in.
Steep.
Army head it clear.
Stevie. Oh.
And now the break possibly on for the Army, but unfortunately for them, they can't control it. Alfie Rogers couldn't control it. Referee is going to give a free kick.
Oh, I think that's probably the worst decision of the night.
There's a bit of controversy about that one. The referee has given the decision in favour of the Army.
Oof.
You can tell that Danny Kerr not happy with it.
He wasn't. I think he's got that wrong, but he can't get them all right.
Jack Schoolmeister, who is the referee from the Royal Air Force tonight.
It's a big touch.
Good work from Liam Silver there. But the Navy, you have it back.
Good drop of the
and
shoulder.
Here is the very dangerous Holgate. Maybe he'll get the opportunity to get it back, but the ball spread wide, spread right into the box. And as we go further into this second half, it remains 0-0. This game will be spread out. Here's Holgate again. Just looking to put his left back through Sean Powell.
He's lost it.
Here he is one more time. He is such a dangerous player, is Holgate. Army try to bring it clear. Johnny can't collect it.
Yes, good calm play from Sean Powell there.
Danny Kerr.
Yeah, they've slowed the game down again, the Navy.
Jake Walker. This is the way the Navy like to play it. Here's Vincent. And Jake Walker again. He'll play it back to his skipper.
Powell. Oof. Don't think he meant it.
I don't think he meant that to happen. But
They'll
they've won
take it.
another corner.
They'll take it. They'll take it.
Good period of pressure for the Navy here. But
This-
can they make it count?
Yeah, this needs a front post whipped ball. Get some people beyond the keeper.
We've already had 5 minutes of this second half. Remember, a draw would be enough for the Navy tonight to win it on goal difference because of their 3-1 victory over the Air Force in the first game. The Army managed a 2-1 victory over the RAF in the second game just a week ago in very, very different conditions down at Aldershot Town to what we've had here on the south coast. Corner floated in.
Front post, I called it.
It was Sean Woolley who did a really good job to get that clear.
Always a chance if it bounces.
Army just can't get the ball at the moment for any sort of
he's played advantage.
opportunities. And they'll win another corner, will the Navy.
I think they
Really
wanted a
good
free
period
kick.
of pressure then for the senior service.
Ref's given advantage. You can let him have a corner.
And Jake Walker, he's been very accurate so far, hasn't he, with these corner kicks. Army again with a man on each post.
Oof, good
Kearney
defending.
goes in with a punch, gets the ball clear, and the Army very happy to put that one clear. Ryan Fagan, who's actually been pretty quiet actually in this game by
Yeah,
his
has been.
standards. He had a really dominant performance last week against the RAF, but not seen him so much so far in this game.
Oh, that's a loose pass.
Johnny does well there. He goes down,
Gives the ball
so
away.
the opportunity lost for the Army, but they'll still chase it with Fitzmaurice. Here's Walker. And McCormick. And Powell. The Navy certainly having had the better of this first 7 minutes of the second half here, but it remains 0-0. When is this deadlock going to be broken? Is it going to be broken? Bryant as well. Army pushing up. Johnny looking to make the most out of it. But in the end, it goes out for the throw, and there's a man down for the Navy.
And Mark Drysdale's just taken a knock.
And he doesn't go down lightly, does he, Stu?
He certainly doesn't. Not unless it's the 90th minute, but I think he's hurt himself a bit there. Good close-up as well, that little limp he's got. Oh.
Throwing then to the Army. I've been quite impressed with Fitzmaurice so far in the second half. He's put himself about the Army number 7.
Certainly has.
He's worked really hard. He could be a real key to the Army if they're going to get something out of this game, if they're going to win it. But yeah, the Navy have it back now with Jake Walker. So much experience in these teams. Dave Vincent, the UCAF player. There's Phillips.
Oh, right on the
They'll
safe page
try and
there.
get the 1-2, but the ball skied into the air at the. Well, Johnny's gone down again. He took a bit of a knock. Just fell awkwardly, didn't he? And the referee not taking any chances with head injuries.
No, I think there's a bit of another full-blooded challenge. He just landed awkwardly. Trainers are on. I think Drysdale's gone over to the bench to have a little chat with his physio. Bit of magic water on the knee. That'll sort him out.
He certainly took quite a long knock on his ankle, I think, in the first half, and I just wonder whether that is still causing him problems. He lasted for about 65 minutes against the RAF, and then he runs his heart out. He just goes for everything.
Yeah, he's an asset in behind, and they just haven't quite managed to do it enough this game, the Army. And I think maybe their management side might think about changing up their tactic a little bit.
Keep those messages coming through. Lovely to hear from you this evening, wherever you are in the world tonight, watching our coverage live here on our Forces News YouTube channel. Remember, both the trophies will be presented this evening at the end to the winning team. The Army currently holding both of them. And that Constantinople Cup has got such a history attached to it with the Army-Navy contests over the years. And it looks to me like the Army's Kersham Johnny has played his last game tonight for the Army. He is coming off the field. So he is going to be replaced by Bryant Polius. Now, Bryant Polius, who scored that amazing goal in the 7th minute of stoppage time last week to give the Army the victory by 2-1. He was absolutely thrilled, obviously, with that performance and with that goal. But he is a danger man for the Army.
Looks like a bit of a reshuffle. He's gone onto the right-hand side, and I think Jack Barber's gone down the middle.
Yeah, a bit of a change. That's the first touch of the ball for the Navy goalkeeper in this second half for Los McCormick. Again, huge amount of experience both for the Navy and for UK Armed Forces, for UCAF.
Yeah, superb goalkeeper and a top bloke that goes with it.
Drysdale to Powell. Powell with that long ball forward.
Oh, it's just come off his heel.
Well, he came off the heels of Dave Vincent in the end. It could have gone virtually anywhere. If he connected with that properly, it could have been the goal of the season. Kenny with the clearance. Sean Woolley trying to make the header. Can't put it through. It's the Navy enjoying the bulk of possession in this match. Certainly since we began the second half. Nearly an hour played. Not too many 0-0 draws between these two teams. I just wonder whether both coaches might be looking to their benches to just shuffle things up a bit.
Yeah, I think the Navy are still quite happy with how they're getting on, but you know they don't really have to chase it.
They should be at the moment with Holgate. He's got into the penalty area, but he's had a tough old battle tonight as Lee Phillips, the Army right back. Here's Bryant. Looks for Woolley. But again, that'll be mopped up quite happily by Jack McCormick for the Navy.
Foot on it again from Loz and just slowing it down, setting up the patterns.
Drysdale.
Oh,
he's giving it away. Opportunity then for the Army.
Oh.
And here's Ryan gets that shot in. Ryan Fagan, not a man you want to give the ball away to in those sort of positions. Referee's given a free kick. Well, Ryan Fagan maybe will feel that he could have done better there. Drysdale and Fagan just having a little chat with each other.
We've got a Navy change coming now.
Yeah, the man who's being warmed up for them is Jordan Sullivan. He's going to come on, and he is going to replace Drysdale, who obviously picked up that injury, and that'll be a real blow for the Navy to lose one of their most experienced campaigners. But in Jordan Sullivan, he's not quite got the tall stature of Drysdale, but nevertheless a very talented footballer.
He's an absolute terrier, is Sully. So any striker that goes up against him is firmly in a game.
But that is certainly an enforced change. Drysdale is not the sort of player you're going to replace for a tactical reason.
That's better football.
Nice little combination play from the Navy. Powell just letting his man, let Sullivan, getting a bit of a feel of the ball. And he gets it again. Navy quite happy to play this at the moment, this sort of game. Long ball going forward, and that's a nice bit of control from Holgate.
Good strength
Ward.
from Ollie. Good strength
Showing
from Ollie
lots
Ward.
of strength.
Superb.
And he actually does win the free kick in the end. The Navy wanted to take it quickly, but the referee won't allow that to happen.
Little pocket rocket, Ollie Ward. And here's a chance to bring the big lads up.
Yeah. Big lad Jack McCormack, number 5. Powell then will take this free kick. He's going to float it into the box. Does it well, and there was a Navy head on the end of it. That will be a goal kick.
Jordan Sullivan.
Yeah.
Straight on, straight in the box.
Yeah.
Come on, boys, give us a goal.
Luke Kearney then. It is difficult to know which way this one is going to go. The Army have absorbed an awful lot of pressure without really putting the goalkeeper under too much pressure himself.
Oh, wow.
But given away. Now, what can the Navy do here? Ward plays it wide onto that right-hand side.
There goes the Roadrunner.
And here's Gaz Hurd. You name him the Roadrunner, but the Roadrunner ran out of road there, and it's Sean Mulley for the Army.
Oh, brilliant.
It's nicely played by the Army. They've got a lot of skill there, and Woolley will win the throw-in. So a healthy little crowd here at Fratton Park this evening.
Yeah, it's a great crowd.
And an inspirational decision to move the fans over onto that far side of the pitch. It's created a real atmosphere, hasn't it, on that far side?
Yeah, there's some good banter going on in the stands, and
plenty of good banter going on the pitch as well, I think, Stu, as well.
it certainly was this afternoon watching Keith Emerson play, I tell you that.
Yes, in the Veterans game. As you call it, the Veterans game or the Masters?
Oh, it's always the Masters, come on.
Yeah, let's call it the Masters. Yeah. As a goal scorer yourself in that game.
Oh, worldy as well.
And Keith Emerson, well, what a player he is. I mean, he'll just carry on until he's 90, won't he?
Yeah, well, he doesn't move very far these days, but he'll carry on. Here's a chance.
Now.
Great ball, Jakey boy.
Lovely switch of play, and that's wonderful control from Holgate.
He's in.
Approaches the penalty area. Holgate goes on. He goes down.
He's given it.
And the referee has pointed to the penalty spot and given a penalty to the Navy. Well,
superb.
It was brilliant work from for me, the man of the match so far, Dylan Holgate, charged into the penalty area, and well, he was taken down in the end by Lee Phillips. Phillips has had a right battle, hasn't he, throughout the whole of this game.
Yeah, he's had a tough one.
Luke Kearney has now gone down
Here goes
with
the
an injury, much to the disgruntlement of the crowd here. He's flat on his back.
God, that's page 1 in his playbook. That's brilliant.
This is why Kearney is so popular with some people and not quite so popular with others.
I think the few thousand in here don't like it, to be honest.
And of course, this doesn't help the penalty taker, does it? It looks to me like it's going to be Dave Vincent who's going to step up and take this penalty.
Yeah, he's got the ball in his hand.
He has. Just because you have the ball in hand doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be good at taking penalties.
That's true, but I've just seen the nice little Alfie Rogers there just messing up the centre circle as well. Referee spotted it well. He's like a hawk. Like a hawk, the ref.
These players, they've got so many of these professional.
They watch it on the TV.
They watch it on TV, I think. And anyone who was watching the other night, the Nottingham Forest, the penalty shootout against Midtjylland, the poor striker who basically slipped over on the penalty spot. Forest going through, of course, on penalties, converting all of theirs. So, Dave Vincent then with a chance to really put the Navy in the driving seat here. Looking for Luke Kearney, who's up on his feet.
There we go.
Vincent takes the penalty, and it's a brilliantly taken penalty, and Dave Vincent puts the Royal Navy in front by 1-0. Much to the excitement of the fans here.
It's a goal, a great goal.
It was
down the middle.
Luke Kearney, there was not a lot he could do because it was absolutely rifled in, wasn't it?
Yeah, he knew Luke was definitely going to dive, and he just slotted it down the middle. Great finish, great composure after all that time waiting. The tactic didn't work, Kearney. Don't do it again.
Yeah, well, he doesn't seem to be that injured now. But this is going to change the whole complexion of this match now, because the Army know they have got to score 2 goals in what remains of the last half hour of this match.
Yeah, they've got to threaten now. They haven't done that in this second half so far, so there's going to have to be a change from the Army bench.
Yeah, they have made a change. Jack Barber has come on wearing number 11, and it's going to be all-out attack for the Army now. They're going to have to go for it, which could well play into the Navy's hands here, as the Army commit themselves. Nice bit of work from Los McCormick then, going down there just to waste a few seconds. And it would mean so much, of course, to the Navy here to win back this trophy, especially with a couple of their players away on deployment now. Certainly a committed challenge there from Henry Phillips. He went for it. The referee has given the throw into the Army. They're in no doubt they've got to get moving here. Need a quick equaliser.
Oh, he fancies himself.
Well,
he shouldn't.
It was certainly worth a try from Liam Silver.
Wow.
From quite a long way out.
He's definitely tired. That's a 45-yarder. That he's not doing that against Los McCormick, I tell you that.
Well, it's a bit early in this match for long-distance efforts, I guess. Richard Cook says, why are the Navy playing in white and not in navy blue? Well, you did answer that question a bit earlier, Stu, saying they wanted to wear the England strip. But they've worn white for some time, actually.
There is a bit of blue on it.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit of navy and a little bit of light blue, which is very confusing if you're a fan of the RAF as well.
Right, how can the Army react? Gonna need something.
They are. Actually, there's a bit of a discussion going on YouTube about that. Jason Birch says white ensign, hence the white kit. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oof, that's skill, isn't it?
That was very intelligent play there from Jack McCormick to win that throw-in.
Well, no one wants to get nutmegged in one of these games.
No.
Definitely a fine.
Sullivan.
Yeah, smart
brilliant
choice.
through ball from Holgate, who's had a terrific game, but an offside flag goes up. Navy just keen just to sort of play the ball, just waste a bit more time.
Well.
Referee just wants it taken from the right place. Can he bring it forward?
Well, long ball time again.
There's Woolley. Back to Silva.
Good feet.
Good challenge. Ward, nice turn from him. Good work from him. He's beaten off a couple of challenges. And he's brought down. That will be another free kick. He's brought down by Silva there. So Liam Silva goes into the referee's notebook. Another yellow card brandished.
Great feet, Ollie Ward.
Yeah, Ward did magnificently well then, didn't he?
Yeah, Navy are really slowing everything down now.
71 minutes. Still plenty of time to go. Halfway through this second half. There's Danny Kerr. He's just marshalling things, but it's going to be floated into the box here with the Navy defence going forward. Jack McCormick and Gaz Hurd in there.
There's Jakey Walker's delivery. That's a great ball.
Nicely taken, but it eventually goes harmlessly out of play.
So close.
Very interesting that a man who caused so much damage to the RAF last week, Bryant Polius, hardly had a touch of the ball so far. He's been marked out of the game magnificently by Sean Powell.
Yeah,
you can just see they're almost following each other. Powell is following him. Polius hasn't been able to get into the game at all. What can the Army do here? Looks like they're really struggling to make any sort of impression. The Navy, if anything, look like they could add a second goal here. Vincent wins the throw. Is that penalty from Dave Vincent then, separating the two teams?
Firmly in control now, the Navy.
And pushing the Royal Navy towards an Inter-Services Championship. More success for Chris Jones, who has developed a great record with Navy football. That was a foul. Another foul. Late challenge.
It's another Army foul.
Yeah. Referee again having another word with Liam Silva, who has received a yellow card.
Be careful. There's Danny taking a breather.
He knows what to do, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's letting Luke Kearney know exactly how to do it.
Free kick then to the Navy.
Oh, it's Holgate again.
It's so dangerous, and he's put his left back through. Did it go out? Yes, it went out of play in the end. But what a combination those two have been tonight. Sean Powell and Dylan Holgate really had tremendous performances tonight.
Great
for
chemistry.
The Navy.
Clearly, this the training camp this week has really helped with Elliot not being here. Dylan's really stepped into those shoes and played fantastically so far.
Yeah, Elliot Holmes watching from his deployment, I'm sure very, very happy with the way the Navy are managing this. Really, they've managed it so well as we're heading towards the last quarter of an hour of normal time. Suspect we're going to see quite a few more changes made in the next few minutes from both camps, as the Navy want to freshen things up. The Army desperate to get back into the game. Remember, they need 2 goals now. The draw would not be enough for them here.
I don't remember Los McCormack making a save yet this second half, and the Army have to really change something up.
Polius getting involved. Sean Woolley just looking for a mistake at the back, but there wasn't one.
Oh, he's in. What a touch.
Now Ward, great touch from Ward, he's through. Touch. Can he make it 2? He certainly can, and that surely from Ollie Ward has given the Royal Navy this season's Inter-Services Championship.
What a finish.
It was a slip at the back, and Ollie Ward said thank you very much indeed.
What a finish.
He's been playing so well in this second half, and well, he took it beautifully absolutely nothing that Luke Kearney could do about that.
Superb touch. Great
It's
finish.
the Royal Navy 2, the British Army 0.
Wow. Now it really is backs against the wall for the Army.
And even Los McCormick has come down to congratulate him.
It's the most running he's done in months, I'm telling you.
Well, he was probably getting a bit cold, actually. So
he loves a bit of television time, does Los McCormick, I tell you.
The ads 1978 says class goal, bye-bye Army. And a lot of messages coming through in support of the Royal Navy here. But they are surely on their way now to claiming this inter-services title back. The Constantinople Cup. Two big shiny trophies for them. But the Army won't give up just yet. They can get one back, there's still a chance. Last night in the women's game, the referee played 9 minutes of stoppage time, we had 3 goals in it.
Well, it's not hopeful.
Hopeful clearance then from Craig Stevenson, the Army captain. Looking for Rose Ed, he found
That's
about...
a great throw from one of the fans, by the way.
It was. Should sign him up for the team, I think.
I think they look devoid of ideas at the moment, the Army. They're still just one up front.
Oh,
he's having an
Holgate.
absolute weldy.
Well, he's looking... He's just enjoying himself, isn't he? He's just
Wow.
giving the Army the runaround at the moment.
Oh, Davey. Rolls Royce boy.
And here's Holgate once more. The Army just can't get the ball off him. Here's Ward again. Look at that control from him.
And keeps it. Really smart football.
Navy are just loving it, aren't they? And there's very little the Army can do about it. That was a really good tackle there from Clay Bryant, but the Navy have won it back.
Superb.
Army very unhappy that it's
Superb.
been won back unfairly.
It's not happy, is he, left back Clay Bryant?
No.
Ollie
He's-
Ward's just out-muscled
I think
him.
he might have just bought himself a yellow card.
I think
Maybe
the Navy boys are happy that he's thrown the ball away. They don't need it.
No. And the Army have got to be careful here not to lose their heads.
Absolutely.
And it just shows you how important these games are to these players. It means everything to them.
Exactly. This is their FA Cup final, you know. Inter-service fixtures, you don't get it any bigger in service football, and you know, they'll want to do everything they can to win it.
Powell to Sullivan.
He set off Dylan again.
He's
Tell you what, that right back's going to sleep really well tonight.
You talk about the Roadrunners. I think the Navy have got 2, haven't they?
Absolutely, either side. And Gaz Erd's 35 as well. Goodness. How does he do it?
Well, huge amount of support coming in for the Navy tonight from all around the world, and that's a lovely through ball again from Danny Kerr. Here's Gaz Hurd. Referee has given the free kick in the end, the challenge just a bit too hard on Ryan Fagan.
Well, they're leading 3 up now, the Navy. They really are pushing forward. There's clearly been a message from the management team to leave people up high.
Well, despite that, you're quite right. I don't think Los McCormick's had anything to do in the second half so far.
He's been a passenger.
Not even a corner. He hasn't faced a corner in the second half. But the Army do have a throw now. Woolley was going to take it quickly, but it's been brought back. Nice work then from Jack Barber.
Shawnee Powell just sees it off, goes down, wins a foul.
He bought that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. Loz will be happy for the work.
You know, the Navy have really built this victory on a terrific performance at the back, haven't they? Particularly in the second half. They've looked so strong.
Yeah, they have.
Even when they had to make that change.
Yeah.
And take off Mark Drysdale because of injury.
They've defended really well as a team. There's a clash of heads between two.
Yeah, a couple of Army boys have gone down together. That's the captain, Craig Stevenson.
Got up pretty quickly. Oh, the physio's dragging him back. Get back
Jack
here.
Barber. Both of them have just got to have a check to make sure they're okay. Danny Kurt and referee Beschkomeister having a brief discussion. I'd imagine Danny is saying how much longer to go. Perhaps we've still got more than 10 minutes left.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they've defended so well together as a unit. They've kept the gaps closed.
The success really has been built from the back tonight.
Definitely. I think the Army are readying another change by the looks of it. Or two of them.
Yeah.
Down below.
I'm just seeing who is going to come on for them. Last throw of the dice, really, I think, from Alan Brown tonight. But we are in play. Rare touch of the ball for McCormack. He decides to go long directly. A lot of space in midfield. Nice control from Woolley. And that's a beautiful ball across to this right-hand side to Bryant Polius.
Oh, he's gone round him. It's in the
good,
box.
It's good work.
Good clean up from Davey.
Yeah.
Touch from Ollie Ward.
Jack Barber
again.
did well. He's still down, but he's back. And Ward is now going forward again.
Oh, just missed that toe. Good defending.
Yeah. Ryan Fagan did well there. There's Woolley. And Bryant has to go back to his goalkeeper.
He's not happy.
Substitutes being readied still by the Army. Oh, that's a wayward header.
Good down this one, Loz.
Eventually McCormack has to make the challenge, goes down. It was
I think he's alright. He wants.
I think there's a few of these players got equity cards, I think. You know,
he just wants the camera on him. I know it.
Well, he's got it.
I think they're going to make those changes now. Looks like 17 is one of them. 11 for 15.
So Jensen, Harry Beckley's going to come on.
Yeah. Looks like the 15 as well.
That's
Goodman.
So going off is Fagan. He's replaced by Jamie Goodman. And Harry Beckley has come on.
No movement yet from the Navy bench.
Yeah, Chris James probably doesn't feel he needs to make any changes.
No, he's happy. It's about winning. It's not about giving people time every year. It's about winning the trophy, getting it over the line. We'll probably start making changes around the 86th minute, I imagine.
Well, they are tantalisingly close now to claiming the Army Navy trophy and also the trophy for the 2026 Inter-Services Championship.
There's Davey again. He's breaking everything up. He's still got energy to burn.
Vincent,
that's
it's a
hell of
long ball.
Oh, great header.
Important header, but Ward will pick it up. Makes the challenge.
Oh,
he's got a chance here for a third, and it's just wide. Well, Gaz heard there. He did everything right apart from put the ball in the back of the net.
Goodness gracious, Gaza, what's happened there? That's a bit of a howler. He saw the lights, didn't he?
Maybe he did. Yeah. Maybe he did see the lights. Shining very brightly in front of that goal.
They faded away pretty quickly, didn't they? Here's Jakey.
Royal Navy with his 2-0 lead here.
Oh, he's towed it.
So nicely tidied up for the Army there.
Oh, he's in. Is he onside?
They'll go forward.
Is he onside? Sean Powell,
And he's
great
going-
pace to recover.
Yeah. Jamie Goodman going through.
He's
I
offside.
think there was an offside flag there. So into the last 5 minutes of normal time.
Yeah,
here
not long to
at
go.
Fratton Park.
Slowing everything down now, the Navy again.
It's just what they need now. They don't need any histrionics, they don't need any great drama. I know they're just about there. And there's not a lot the Army can do about it, really. There's Craig Stevenson, he won't give up. Their captain driving it forward, looking for some support.
Yeah, good defending, Sully again.
That will win the free kick.
Centre half's dribbling today has been great.
Yeah, Sullivan there.
Yeah, push the lads up, let Lils come and take it. That's what I think they'll do. Keep eating those seconds.
So for the fans here who have joined in this evening, around about 2,000 fans have come along here to Fratton Park tonight, and the majority of them will be very happy indeed with what they've seen with the Royal Navy.
I think they've been the better team overall, and they probably do deserve it on the night.
Well, in the second half they've really gone for it, and they've not allowed the Army any real sort of quality possession for any long period of time. Army have, you know, huffed and puffed, but they haven't blown the house down by any means, and that's game management for you.
Yeah, there's a bit of a clearance straight down for a goal kick.
And you can see that Luke Kearney not in a huge great hurry to take this. I think he realised that the game is probably up now.
Yeah. Even for the most optimistic of them, I don't see a way back yet.
Kearney then takes the goal kick.
It's another great header from. Oh, he's in. Oh, he's in. Ref stopped it. He's hurt his head.
Yeah, well, this time it's Jack McCormack has gone down very quickly.
He just took a knock to the head after headed it. He's absolutely fine. Come on, lads, stay on your feet, man. Goodness.
They're watching too much Premiership.
Honestly, it's killing me.
Premier League.
Your head's fine, boy. Goodness gracious. Leave it out.
But I'll tell you what, Stu, if you were in charge of the senior team, you'd probably be saying exactly the same things.
I'd be the one going down.
Make the most of it. Yeah. It's been a very satisfactory night for the Royal Navy this evening. Army beaten by the better team. They've just looked hungrier as well, really.
Yeah.
The Army had some good spells of pressure in the first half, but just not got going at all in this second period.
Yeah, they had some real great chances that first half, and it just hasn't quite worked for them this second half. Navy have really honed in their tactical plan and taken it to the Army really well. Oh, it was a little boy. Let him get the ball on the pitch. Good lad. Good throw.
Yeah.
Got a blanket round his. Go on, boy.
Not that cold. It's just freezing. You know? Barber. He's done well here. He's beaten off a couple of challenges. Back to Sean Woolley. And that's a good cross in.
Oh!
Oh, well, that's the sort of magic you expect to see from the likes of Jamil Goodman. That would have been a spectacular goal, wouldn't it?
Wow. It was like a windmill.
It was, and McCormack had to make the save, and it's the first attempt on goal the Army have had in this second half.
Very spectacular.
A little bit too little, too late. But they're still trying, they're still going for it. Powell skies it up into the air. And we are going to see some changes now. I think some more changes.
More Army.
The Army are bringing on they're taking off Lee Phillips, and in his place is Aaron Marley going on.
Straight into the arse bar for Lee Phillips.
And also coming off for them is Liam Silver, and he's replaced by Mo Sabo.
Have they gone to a back three here? I'm not quite sure.
We are into stoppage time. We've had a minute of added time now in this second half. I haven't seen the board yet to see how much extra time we are going to have, but it won't bother the Navy because they are now pushing forward again, looking for a third goal.
Don't need to score.
Hurd. He's challenged by Polius.
Yeah, superb. Kept the ball really, really well.
Navy just keeping this ball, managing it the game.
Oh, it's a poor pass.
Really well. Now then, here's Goodman, Jamil Goodman on this right-hand side. Looking for some support, gets it from Sean Woolley. Woolley with the first cross in.
And Vincent is there again.
Army just threatening a goal here. Looking for something at the end of this game for their efforts tonight. But that is a free kick.
Sean Powell, superb from the young man.
Yeah, free kick given away by
Welsh
newly arrived Aaron Marley on the pitch.
Perfect timing from the cameraman. Superb work. Sean Powell just bats the ball away.
So we played 2.5 minutes of added time here. Just moments away now from the Navy claiming the Mercury Cup and the Constantinople Cup as well.
Oh,
George Haynes says they've had to work for it, but definitely the better team has won. There's messages still coming through. Thanks to all of you who've been tuning in on our Forces News YouTube channel tonight to watch this game. Joining the crowd here at Fratton Park. Ollie Ward, that's about the first mistake that he's made all night.
Yes, it is. I think his legs are definitely tired.
Nice play from Polius there.
And he gives it away.
And bearing in mind there are quite a few young players in this Army team who are making a debut tonight in this season's Inter-Services Championship. So there are some positive signs for Army football for Alan Brown to take forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Into
Sometimes
the next
it takes
season.
time. It takes time to bed in players and let them know what this standard is all about.
And of course all these players will have half an eye on UCAF with the Kentish Cup later on in the year and the matches against the Irish Defence Forces and the Bundeswehr, the German Army, German military.
He's got in though.
He's done well. Has a substitute, has Goodman. He's kept the ball in play, gets the crossover, but that is going to be meat to veg and a pud there for the
Go on then. Do you
Navy
want one?
keeper for Los McCormick, and they have a chance to break now with Ward once more. He's still going, is Ward. Unlucky. Been some great skill from these Navy forwards tonight. Been so impressed with Holgate and Ward, particularly in the second half. McCormick goes up for it.
Great hands. Great positioning from Loz there.
So approaching the 5th minute of stoppage time.
It can't be long left, I'm sure.
I'd imagine it'll be 5 minutes that the referee will play. Woolley goes up, makes the header. Goodman again. He looks a very dangerous little individual on that right-hand side.
He does. Danny Kerr. Captain's performance again. Oh, I thought that was it.
Goodman's first season with the squad.
Oh, Navy change.
So the Navy are making a change, and
it's Matty Eyston, I think.
Matt Eyston coming on and going off. is Dylan Holgate.
Yeah, superb. Did a great game.
If there were a player of the match, I think that, and if I were being asked to make it, I think
you are being asked, John. You are.
Unofficially, I think he would certainly be amongst the candidates for player of the match. Played superbly well tonight.
Another yellow card, gobbing off from Clay Bryant. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Well, Bryant has taken he took a yellow earlier, and the referee's had enough, and that's a shame. You know, we just don't need to have players sent off.
That's ill discipline.
And the Army, you know, he's obviously really frustrated with things. He's going straight down the tunnel, and no doubt he'll be kicking a few teacups around in the dressing room when he gets there. But it just goes to show you how much it means to them, these players.
Yeah.
And losing is not something that they are used to and they want, of course.
Good block from Jakey. Oh,
Goodman gets that shot in, and there's still an opportunity for the Army. They're still looking for it. Offside, and it'll be a chance for the Navy once more. We surely haven't got too much more time to play.
I don't know where he's found this time from. Couple of
30 seconds per substitution isn't enough, but if you make 2 substitutions at the same time, does that count as 1:30 seconds?
It's got to, isn't it?
Yeah.
One window.
There's a debate for you. The referee allowing play to go. Maybe they just don't want it to end.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Until the electric goes out.
Yeah. We had 9 minutes of stoppage time last night in the horrific weather conditions that we had at Havant and Waterlooville last night. Army victory by 4-1 against the Navy, but it's the Navy who have turned the Army over here with this 2-0 victory, which is going to be enough for them to become inter-services champions for 2026.
That's wide.
Shot wide in the end. There'll certainly be a few inquests going on, I'm sure, amongst the Army ranks. Harry Begley there with that shot. Just haven't had their shooting boots tonight. And of course the first goal, absolutely crucial. If either of these teams had scored in that first half, and they both had chances, we could have been looking at a very different game.
It could have been, certainly.
Here's Goodman. Interesting that Alfie Rogers has pushed forward, and it's another offside.
Dylan Holgate's run on.
Holgate was charging on. He was thinking it was all over.
It's just an offside, mate. Get back on your bench.
Am I going to use that phrase? They think it's all over. It isn't quite yet.
Fourth official came trundling down the line there to tell him to get back.
Yeah, and you don't actually argue with Lauren Impey, do you, when she's the fourth official?
Superb. Yeah.
So still we go on. We have 8.5 minutes played of stoppage time. That's going to go out of play.
Is that it, ref? 9 minutes? It's a long time to play.
We did have a couple of stoppages for injuries as well as the substitutions, but I think the arm. Yeah, he's looking at his watch now. Is the referee, and I suspect we won't have too much longer to go. Well, if you're a neutral, hope you've enjoyed the game tonight. Certainly if you're a supporter of Royal Navy football, you will definitely have enjoyed it.
That's it.
And it is a victory for the Royal Navy. They are the 2026 Inter-Services Senior Men's Champions, and a thoroughly well-deserved victory tonight by 2-0. They could have had more. A penalty from Vincent and a magnificent goal as well from Ollie Ward. The difference between these two teams tonight.
Absolutely fantastic from the two of them.
And for everyone involved with Royal Navy football, a very pleasurable performance. The trophies being brought out onto the pitch now. Mercury Cup for the Army Navy, and that wonderful Constantinople Cup for the Inter-Services title.
Fantastic.
And once again for Danny Kerr, a bit more silverware for him to enjoy.
Absolutely, and the lads are thriving at the moment. Navy football is really on top, and another great performance, a great tournament, and another couple of trophies to go with this afternoon's.
Now you may see Vincent and also Sean Powell down there. They've actually had cameras trailing them today from the Royal Navy for the Navy Fit organisation to showcase what young people can see in the Royal Navy when it comes to playing sport.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So they've had some cameramen down there working with them, and they've been training them all night. Literally, they've been watching them as they've been running up and down the pitch.
Brilliant.
The Army players, they've certainly put a shift in tonight. You can't argue with that. But at the end of the day, beaten by a better team.
Yep, absolutely. They were beaten by the better team. I think the Army would be honest and say that themselves as well. And you know, sometimes in football you have to acknowledge when you do get beaten, and today's one of those days.
Yeah, it certainly is. And you know, I think it bodes well for the Royal Navy. There are quite a lot of experienced men. You're speculating perhaps, Stu, that for some of them it might be the last time they would be involved.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of them would want to be packing in just now.
That's it. They'll see how the bodies react after this tournament, and if they can go one more year, I'm sure Chris will keep them. It's nice to see Pete Gamble down there. He's the man that makes the Navy tick. Behind the scenes, Pete Gamble's the main man. He's brilliant bloke.
He certainly is, both the men's and the women's as well. Great supporter, and they work so hard in that office. The wonderful Hells Bells as well.
Yeah.
And obviously Steve Johnson, who's the Chief Executive of Royal Navy Football Association. They've done so much for promoting the game within the Royal Navy. And hopefully we'll be able to maybe head down to the pitch and hear from one of the celebrating Navy players, possibly their captain. Danny Kerr he's never sort of a shy when it comes to coming forward to accept an interview.
Absolutely loves it. He loves taking his top off as well, but
not tonight, perhaps.
Get that bib off, lad. No one wants to see that.
Yeah, some great work from the Pompey faithful tonight, the stewarding team who've been on duty here. Presentation time, though, is going to happen. And the start off for the officials.
Yeah, they've had a good game in the middle of the officials. Hard game to referee. I think he's done a good job.
It's never easier. They're so competitive, these matches. So referee there, Jack the Schoolmeister, with his assistants James Roif and Rich Graves, and Lauren Impey, the fourth official tonight. She's had quite a busy second half, hasn't she? Putting her board up.
Plenty of board work. Yeah.
So you don't like to be a runner-up.
No, when you lose, no one ever wants to go forward.
So the Royal Navy will claim, first of all, the Mercury Cup, which is the smaller of those two trophies. Wait for it, Danny. So all the Navy players going up now to receive their trophies. There's Henry Phillips there, and Jack Walker we can see, goalkeeper Los McCormick, and
Jack McCormick,
and well deserved there for Dylan Holgate.
He had a great game. He had a really good game.
And Sean Powell there receiving his. Proud moments for Matt Easton as well.
Yeah, he's one of mine as well. Made his step up to the first team and got some minutes on the pitch tonight. And
Dave Vincent receives his, scoring that penalty which separated the two teams. So the Mercury Cup then to be presented then to Danny Kerr for their victory. And it's really good actually that every single match in this inter-services competition has an individual trophy at stake.
Yeah, definitely.
Which means you don't necessarily have a dead rubber at all.
Yeah, it's nice to play.
And it's really important that it's moved. But now, time for the Constantinople Cup, which is a grand trophy to be presented to the Royal Navy. Danny Kerr once more will step up to receive the trophy. A very satisfactory end to the season for him.
Here's the skipper.
He's the captain. Quiet game by his standards tonight, but you know, he let his players do the...
Did his work in the shadows, the dirty work for the boys.
He did, and there he is. Great moments, of course.
Yeah, we go. Well done, boys.
Absolutely loving it here. And of course, to win it in front of some fans down here at the home of Portsmouth Football Club is very, very special indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've put on a display tonight in that second half to really take it home.
Yeah, they have. So we're hoping to get a bit of reaction down there. I can see our reporter Kath Brazier and our cameraman Chris Giles down there just looking, and I think they're setting up a chat with Danny Kerr. Say he's never backwards in coming forwards when it comes to interviews. So hopefully we'll be hearing from Danny very, very shortly. Just setting up down there to talk bits. I think it's picture time first. Photographers always get there first, don't they? Have you noticed?
Great work, isn't it?
So picture time.
People in the background want to get in as well. There's a steward who's definitely part of it.
Yeah, these are great moments for the winners. You have to feel sorry for the Army who have left the field now, but they had their celebration last season, of course. Danny Kerr now coming over to prepare to give his thoughts on a very satisfactory night here at Fratton Park for the Royal Navy.
Well, I'm with the Royal Navy winning captain Danny Kerr. Scenes we've seen here before, Danny. Fratton Park's a good place for you guys.
Fratton Park does seem to be a good place, yeah. I've been successful here a couple of times now, and tonight's a special one.
How special is it when you won here a couple of years ago, the Army won it back last year, and to get that revenge on the last game of inter-services this year?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't involved last year, but I watched it. But I'm sure some of the lads who were involved last year are absolutely made up to get one over on the Army. But it's just a good game of football, and it's a cup final today. Both sides battling out. We really enjoyed it.
How's the inter-services been? I know that you were out with injury last year, but and I know a couple of players were missing today due to deployments. Yeah. So you've had those kind of all sides are affected by that, but of course, you know, you've got strength and depth, and Chris has real resilience in your team as well.
Yeah, I'd say the training camp from start to finish since the turn of Christmas has been absolutely amazing. I think the lads have put the effort in on the surface. We've really moved the ball around well, and we've played really confidently. Was that it? Did you have another question? There's another one in there.
Your man of the match today was Jack, number 5, wearing the golden boots. So he's done a lot for Navy football, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, Jack McCormack?
Yes.
Has he got gold boots, has he?
Oh, he does, apparently.
Oh, dear. Yeah, he was brilliant, wasn't he? We knew the Army would go quite direct. To have someone that long is really good. So he's deserved man of the match. There's a few there that probably could have picked it up.
Bit of a sticky first half, but you really sort of got it together in the second.
Yeah, I think I actually felt we were a bit unlucky not to go in with one up. We had chances, some great balls putting in. We just didn't gamble enough and make them extra final yards to get on the end of the balls. But we felt confident coming out at half time.
And just finally, for your goal scorers, Dave Vincent, who redeemed himself after a first half sort of miss, but also Ollie Ward, who a lot of people said was due to get on the scores tonight as well.
Yeah, Ollie Ward was an absolute outlet for us the second half, and my clearance, he managed to get me an assist with his great touch. Davey Vincent was probably my personal man of the match today. I thought he was outstanding, and that's a good send-off for him. I don't think you'll see him playing again, so I think he'll be thoroughly happy with that.
Well, congratulations again. Go and enjoy your win today.
Thank you very much, Kath. Thank you.
Chief Petty Officer Danny Kerr there, the Chief Petty Officer, PT I should say, Danny Kerr, the Royal Navy captain, talking there to Kath Brazier. Very, very happy indeed, obviously, with the victory tonight and with the Inter-Services Championship under the belt. Well, Stu Morgan, thanks so much indeed for joining us this evening. It's, I'm sure from a Navy point of view, you're delighted that you got the result that you wanted. But
a great day.
A good game of football nevertheless.
Absolutely, John, thanks for having me, mate, and it's always been a pleasure working alongside you, and hopefully once more in the future.
Thank you very much indeed. But from all of us here at Fratton Park this evening, thank you so much for your company tonight, and we hope you've enjoyed our coverage here on Forces News YouTube channel. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will be staying here in the city of Portsmouth with the 2026 Inter-Services Boxing Championship. So join us around about 7 o'clock tomorrow night for more live sport right here on your BFBS Sports Service, which is the Forces News YouTube channel. But from me, John Knighton, and all the team here, a very good night.